How's everybody doing today? This Papa G coming at you again. And I just want to take time first to say thank you for taking time out of your day to listen to me as I get this community conversation started about this great scourge that's going on in Black fatherhood, about this great enemy that we are fighting with. All right, I'm calling attention to exposing the bully. The bully is child support. The bully is the governor. The bully is the attorney general. The bully is the whole system, the correctional facility. Everyone that's interfering or prospering off this situation, a broken family structure where young Black bodies are being just given disservice in every way, shape, form, or fashion, and then put on the spotlight as being the problem. So this is another episode of Exposing the Bully. So, and let's get into it, all right? As you can see, I try not to be emotional, but I'm a little hyped up on this one, all right? So this is going to be a doozy. And I'm going to tell you right now, hey, there is nothing under the sun that is not within his power, all right? So if I use some profanity, just bear with me. Now, what we understand is that children who grow up without a father, who grow up with a father, all right? That's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the differences in the boys raised by their fathers and the boys raised without a father, okay? Because they say, when I do a little research, that children with fathers, are less likely to act out in school or engage in risky behavior in adolescence. Now, in previous broadcasts, I've covered just how a father is instrumental in the mentality of his children and how a man don't play with a boy. You continually hear me repeat that, okay? And that's gonna always be a rally cry that you hear from me because it's the truth and you can't go against the truth. Well, you can with a lie, but it ain't gonna work, okay? So you look at it and you say, well, if we know, and this is not just coming from Papa G, all right? This is coming from your good old buddy, Google. You understand me? Right here at the tips of your fingers. So if just by pulling up on Google to see what the common knowledge is of not having the father active in the child's life, this is just some common knowledge that I'm putting out to you off the top of the little old dome. And then when I go and do a little more research, they sitting up there talking about amen to what he said, amen to what he said. So if I'm telling you this just from real world experience, then when I do the research, well, I had already been doing research for years, but just when I do this most recent research to do this broadcast, Google is espousing exactly the very same thing I'm telling you. What does that mean? That means that child support knows the outcome of what they're doing before they do it. When they fight against the father having custody of his child, or when they build their system so that the mother is automatically given custody of the children, without looking at this thing responsibly, they understand full well what they're doing. They know the possibilities of what's going to happen to this child now that they've made this fatal decision. All right? This is intentional. This is intentional. And fathers, just like I did, you got a phone in your hand that you're watching me on, or a phone next to you. Google it and see. You're going to see everything that brother's saying is 100% true, that these people know that with my absence, away from my people, away from my seed, that my seed will not grow in the manner that it's supposed to, okay? That's why they're working so diligently to make sure that the woman has all the little creature things that she need so that she can just uddle along and get it to 18. And really and truly, they know that they're going to capture a lot of them before 18. So let's just keep on going and look at it. It says that they are 43% more likely to earn A's in school. Remember we talked about that? Remember we talked about if daddy's sitting up there waiting on you to come up there and spell them words, and you back there studying them words, you ain't gonna come up there and not know how to spell them words. Remember we talked about how fathers make sure you know how to read 1, 2, and 3 letter words, and how we can get in this situation and be down with the education, okay? Now, I was talking to you from my real world experience on being a father and raising my children. I'm one of the few fortunate ones that can say this, all right? Because they have a strong effort out to make sure that a lot of men can't say, I stayed under the same roof with my children and raised them, all right? And they know exactly what the outcome is, what they're going to get by fighting against the father, okay? It says they are 33% less likely to repeat a grade than those without dads. So we understand that a father makes sure education happens. Why? Because when you have a father, a real father involved in a situation, generational wealth is going to occur. Why? Because he's always being constructive. He's always seeing what his people is capable of. He's coming up with plans to formulate the state, the government, child support, the attorney general, the dirty ass judges, the dirty ass courts, them dirty ass people that make the laws. They know all these things. They don't want us to experience this. It's not no major fine or major reason to try to figure out what the answer is. The answer is to put men in charge of their sons. You understand? And get out the way. Once you get out the way, men don't play with boys. Let me say this again to you. Men don't play with boys. You understand me? I'd have to replace some sheetrock in my house. You understand? Because I done told his joke or something and he made me have to talk twice. Women ain't got that. But let's just move on. Let's just move on. You understand? It says children at infancy are equally attached to both the father and the mother. So you see, if you notice, women always picking up the baby, holding the baby, holding the baby, holding the baby. Because they understand maternally that at this point it's a competition on who the baby is going to pick. So be aware of that. And until we can get this thing established, you got to, if she holding that baby for 30 minutes, you got to hold that baby for 30 minutes. You got to put it on the table. I'm not going to have you being more attached to the baby than me. I'm not going to have the baby being more attached to you than me. It's that serious. And they know it. And if you sit there and try to say, well, I ain't going to be tedious and be trying, you're going to lose this motherfucking fight. What's more important, success on your job or standing over your dead motherfucking child? Or leaving a child here and here you is on your deathbed and you know this motherfucker ain't going to be okay. You better think about this shit. Let's go on and see what else these people know. You know what I'm saying? They say father's involvement in authoritative parenting, and in parentheses, they have loving with clear boundaries and expectations, lead to better emotional, academic, social, and behavioral outcomes in children. Now, haven't that what we've been covering in this broadcast already? Haven't we been saying that all this problem with the inner city crime and the young people running amok and doing all these kind of things, the immorality that's being introduced to these single parent households where, you know, anything goes, it's all because it's a concerted effort to remove the father? Huh? That's what we've been saying in our broadcast. And they so bold until they put it in definition that they know what they doing to us. They put it clear that they understand that by removing us out of the situation, they're going to have access to our children. They're going to have access to guide, lead, and influence and direct our seed in the way that it should go, instead of us being able to lead and influence and direct our seed in the way that it should go. This is the rally cry. You understand? This is our civil rights issue of our time. All right? If you want to hand your children a better world than what was handed to you, then you want to join forces with me. You want to share this conversation. You want to get people, other men feeling just like me, but they're being quiet. And I'm trying to get some shit started. I'm trying to get everybody to say, then the women just had a Me Too moment, huh? Let's have a damn Me Too moment. Me too. They cheated me out of my stuff. Me too. This is what they did to me. Me too. You know what I'm saying? Let's not be like that around here. This is our children. And these people working hard to destroy our image, you understand me, and guide our seed. Trying to act like they the morality. We know they ain't the morality. Here they trying to take our belief, our religious belief, okay, the institution of marriage, which is consecrated, which was instituted by the Creator. He broke down all the rules, everything. This is his institution. And now man gonna come and try to influence it. What's next? The law gonna step into baptism? You cannot mess with my religious belief. My religious belief says that the father is the head of the household. When they talk about the head of the household, they're not talking about no motherfucking brick and mortar structure. They're talking about the seed that's produced from the union of this man and this woman. You understand? We're not going to have no clouding of the issue here. We're not going to have no clouding of the issue here. You understand? It goes, I mean, these people are clearly taking their time to say, we know what we're doing to you. If you just take the time, look, we wrote it down to tell you. We know that the daddy is supposed to be the one getting the children. But we know if the daddy don't get the children, that we going to get free labor. We know that we going to keep on being able to depict y'all as gangsters and thugs. We going to keep on being able to have out of control people and everything. And as long as we keep on taking care of the weakest vessel of you, the ladies, no insult. Those aren't my words. All right? But as long as they keep providing those creature comforts, you know, they're giving you a free phone. They're giving you Section 8. They're giving you food stamps. They're giving you child support. And whatever else, other assistance they're giving you. Like I've told you before, I got to work for my phone to pay my bill. I earn all these things that I have. The government ain't got no programs where they just giving me, you know, a free phone and all this stuff. You know? So, I mean, let's check them out. Let's see what they're talking about. It say, children who feel close to their fathers are twice as likely as those who do not to enter into college. I ain't going to read that again because you got rewind. You know, to find stable employment after high school. And it goes on to say 75% less likely to have teen birth. 80% less likely to spend time in jail and half as likely to experience depression. So they know that you put the father in charge. What they say, 75% reduction in teenage pregnancy. The white man wants our families to be immoral so he can have action at our women because white women got flat booties. You understand me? Black women got big round booties, big round thighs. You a man, I'm a man. That's attractive. That has always been their motivation, is to remove us so they can have access to our women. They pedophiles. You know they believe in messing with little girls. You know they believe in messing with little boys. All the Catholic priests is white. Damn near all of them. It's just a few of them that's black. And that's the biggest pedophile organization running. The only pedophile organization competing with them is the Boy Scouts. Homosexuality, pedophilia, all of these vices. This is what these people really want to get into us with. We still got somewhat of a tribe mentality that we holding on to. We still got somewhat of a community mentality that we holding on to. They're working at the last vestige of that. Ladies, I need y'all to hear me and be like, say, my baby is worth more than that. And that man right. Them people is trying to make me make my son into this false soldier. So, you know, I can be standing over his dead body or sitting in a courtroom crying, and then he go get all his jail time. You know, I'm not going to make this about me. I'm going to go and give my son to his daddy. Please, ladies. Please. These people smart. And they manipulating on a level that y'all ain't understanding. And I'm not talking about your intelligence. I'm just saying that they got all this research so they know the long game. They know exactly what to do to strip you of your go, so you don't put no go in front of the children, so the children don't have no go, so then they just trying to get. Come on now, join forces. We are a community. We are a people. Let's start talking. Let's start healing. This is about our children. This is about our image. You know that people go on to say that a father's absence hinders the development from early infancy through childhood and into adulthood. They're telling you that they stay with these people for a lifetime. They know the damage that they doing when they taking care of the mama so she could get you through to them 18 years. They know that from 18 to 70 or however long you're going to live, that damage is irreparable and it's going to last. They win in the long game. If you know this, are you willing to let somebody hurt your baby like that just so you can be able to make it through your young years or save face? Come on. They're bringing people in from foreign countries and they help these people become middle class and upper class people by letting them make the money off the money they're giving you. You ain't going spending your food stamps and welfare and all this other stuff at no black establishment. You spending the money that the government giving you in these doggone places with these foreigners. They don't live in your community. They're not going to fix no corners, no streets. They're not going to buy no jerseys for the local team. They don't care nothing about the crime that's happening right outside their stores. What else did people go on to say? They say the psychological harm of father absentee throughout the course of a person's life is documented. That means they know it. That means they know it. When they make it show that you is mad and they helping you to stay mad by keep on poking him and helping you poke him to make you laugh so you can never heal from the situation. Now time done passed, the boy done grew up. It wasn't never about the kid, so now the neglect that you did is coming home to roost. And you don't even know how because you wasn't never looking, you was busy fighting the daddy. Had the state put that steering wheel in your back and drive you where they wanted you to go. Let's see what else them people saying. This is their words. It says that the quality of the father-child relationship matters more than the specific amount of hours spent together. That means that you ain't supposed to be able to say, nigga, shut the fuck up, boy, get in this car, fuck him. Nigga, you ain't shit, and drive off and disrespect the boy in front of his daddy. I mean, disrespect the man in front of his son. Because you know you got them white folks backing you up. Because if the old dirty-ass police, them old dirty-ass judge, them old dirty-ass courts wasn't involved in this, we wouldn't be going through this as men. You know? I mean, men have to talk themselves out of catching felony charges with this type of shit that's going on here. You understand me? Let's see what else them people say. It says, this helps a positive effect on their social and emotional well-being. This has a positive effect on their social and emotional well-being as well as academic achievement and behavioral adjustment. So now it's repeating itself because it's saying how important the quality relationship, that the quality that a father brings to the relationship. They're saying what quality a father brings to the relationship. So, I mean, let's just move on and see what else them people got to say. They say the higher the level of the father's involvement are correlated with the higher levels of sociability, confidence, and self-control in children. Child support knows this. Dirty ass child support knows this. The dirty ass judge knows this. The dirty ass DA knows this. The dirty ass governor knows this. The dirty ass correctional facility, they all know this. And they are all in cahoots. The educational system, they know this. They're all in cahoots together so that they can keep us subjugated as a people. This is an intentional injustice on the black community in specific to keep us subjugated. And we have to recognize that we can't participate in everything they got going on. You understand? Even if that means that as a community, we have to set rule like it's not no law, it's not written, but white folk know they can't say nigga. Well, that's the same way. We gonna have, it might not never get to be a law, it might not never get to be written, but white folk gonna know that black folk let their male children go with their male folk. We gotta do that. This 2023. They telling us they know what they doing. Why they sitting here trying to pretend like, oh, we don't have no answer to crime. Oh, we don't know what's going on in these streets. Oh, Lord, everything is out of control. And then behind the scenes, they telling you how they making it out of control intentionally. They telling you, we know the results before we even do this because we've been doing this so long. We know exactly what's going to happen when we do this. The judge, she go back there, she be like, oh yeah, that one there? Uh-huh. I bet you he be in the penitentiary by the time, I bet you he don't finish high school, but he be in the penitentiary before he's 21. And then when she be right, they pull the file and come back and be like, yeah, you remember this one, I told you. But the judge knew that she was supposed to remove that child from the mother's care and put that child in the father's care. But because she don't have babies that's that color, she don't give a fuck. I'm telling you that's what it is. I'm telling you that's what it is. So listen, this has been Papa G hollering at y'all. You know, let's get this community conversation going. All right? I want everybody to like, share, subscribe, tell somebody about this conversation, okay? Let's get everybody in this because they all know what they're doing, okay? So it's up to us to now realize and not go with their plan. It's up to us to realize and say, hey, no more, okay? The definition of insanity is to keep doing the same thing and expect a different outcome. So we're going to do something different so we can get a different outcome. This has been Papa G saying thank you for taking time out of your day to listen at me. Please, this is a revolution. This is our civil rights moment. This is our civil rights issue of our time. Black men, let's show them their lie. Let's rally together. Peace.